Former national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Uche Secondus, and other prominent stakeholders of the party in Rivers State have declared their total support for State Governor Sim Fubara, despite the political crisis that has been unfolding within the state. The stakeholders under the platform of the former Rivers State PDP Presidential Campaign Council also expressed their support for President Bola Tinubu's administration, insisting that they will obey the verdict of the Supreme Court that validated the positions of both the president and the governor. The Director General of the Council and former Minister of Transport, Dr. Abiye Sekibo, and Chairman Senator Lee Maeba pledged to support the Tinubu administration, saying the president's efforts at strengthening the economy, promoting peace and harmony in the country are good developments. Well, Senator Lee Maeba joins us now for a discussion here on Newsday. Good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Hawa.
All right. Well, it seems that there's been an establishment of calm right now in Rivers State, harmonious relationships, so to speak, from what we could describe as quite a crisis from before, a very tense political situation that was going on. Can we say all is well now with the PDP, especially within Rivers State? Do we have that sense of calm?
Complete sense of calm. You can see everywhere is calm, atmosphere of peace, and people are more comfortable to be here, to come back home and stay at home, because we can see that the governor is not promoting any actions as before that will threaten the peace of the state. Everything he's doing is to bring peace to the state.
All right, if you speak about peace to the state, that's one arm of politics. But when we look at the other side, because the strength of a particular political party in government is as good as the opposition party putting them on their heels. But when we begin to see people that are supposed to be speaking to power or trying to form the opposition begin to fall like decks of cards and all aligning with the government of the day, who will put this particular government in check? Who will hold them accountable? Because people have questioned the fact that those members from the PDP, from the Labour Party that have gone to the National Assembly have all crumbled under the pressure. And right now, we're not saying be enemies with this party members, but at the same time, where do we draw the line? Because if everybody seems to be saying that we are all supporting the government of the day, where is the role of opposition within Nigeria's political sphere?
I don't know which of the government you are referring to, whether you are referring to the government in the state or you are referring to the government in the federal. So you should be specific about
If I were to be specific, we're talking about the government in the state, because right now we're talking about Rivers State, and the last I checked, Rivers State is a PDP state. And if a PDP state are saying that they are supporting the APC, so to speak, where is the balance? Where do we strike the line to say that we are opposition and we need to put the people in the other party in check? Because when you look at political antecedents before now, when the PDP, where we've had people from different parties, whether it's in the federal and the states, some form a coalition to be oppositions, to put the other party on their toes.
Now, my response is you are speaking to Lee Maeba. Lee Maeba joined the People's Democratic Party in November 1998. And from the record you have, I am still a member of the PDP as I sit here talking to you. Now, if you are referring to opposition crumbling, draw the line, I think you're mixing two variables. The first thing you are mixing is that Similaye Fubara is a PDP elected governor of Rivers State. I am a PDP member from Rivers State, a former senator, and an active member of the PDP till this time. What have we done wrong to say we are supportive of the governor so that he can have stability to rule the state? What have we done wrong to say we have sensed over the past few weeks a lot of, over the past few months, a lot of political happenings? You know that about 27 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly have like they crossed to the APC, and not into the APC just for talk, but making all sorts of obnoxious laws to threaten the peace of the state, to disturb the governor from working. Now, I am a statesman from Rivers State. I'm an head of, look, we have come, when I became a senator, I was 36 years old in 2003. I have progressed now, I'm 58. So I am a statesman. And so in a community where elders see things going astray and they don't come out to stand against those things, those vices that threaten to bring down the state, then there is something, calamity before the land. You know, calamity before the land, when you see elders behaving like children and children behaving like elders, people should leave those. Rivers State now belongs to all of us. It doesn't belong to anybody. So when we see the state trying to boil to a point where people will start running away again, we have come together to say no. There must be stability in the state. There must be calm. So it's different from politics. So don't mix politics. What we are saying now is that elections in 2023 have come and gone. Both the presidential and the state, the Supreme Court have ruled. What do we have? We have Rivers State. We have Nigeria. As a patriotic citizen, my first role is to support the government of the state, even if I'm not a PDP man. But the support to the government of the state is because I live here. It's because I do things here. It's because my mother lives here. Everybody lives here. We don't have any place to run to. That is one. The government of the federal. Yes, Bola Tinubu, I'm sure you know me very well. During the campaign, I have not campaigned for the APC, but government has happened. The Supreme Court have ruled. What do we do to make sure that Nigeria remain a place where we can remain, work, do business, our children go to school? That means collective support. If you don't support the government and you are fighting against the government, you can be charged for mutiny. Now, to put this perspective for you to understand, I have made these explanations. What we said yesterday is that we are supporting the government of the Rivers State so that they can do well. Whatever input we can put for the government to do well, for peace to reign, for the state to progress, for industry to return. This state, we have so many contractors that were working for Shell and all the oil companies. Within the space of 5 years or more, every of the companies left for Lagos. Lagos is blooming, Port Harcourt is dying. We want a situation where, with the peace approach of the state governor right now, thuggery is gone down because the thugs who have been parading themselves within the past 8 years are no longer having any job. Nobody's patronizing them. We want that to continue. We want that peace. That is why we say, look, the governor, we are supporting you. If we don't come out to say we support the president in the federal, how do we bring federal president to Rivers State? How do we make the president do what we need to be done here? Because for so long, Rivers State have been relegated to the background. We have not been getting federal government projects, and we are contributing heavily to the revenue
Senator
of the federal
Maeba,
government.
permit me.
Politics aside right now, yes.
Senator Maeba, permit me to interject. Unfortunately, we cannot put politics aside because almost everything in Nigeria is about politics. Putting that aside, that's probably laying the foundation for what I'm saying. Because how did Nyesom Wike survive as governor. As a matter of fact, both the PDP and the APC dubbed him Mr. Projects. If he could do this when the then president, Buhari, belonged to the APC, and maybe they might have stifled the government of Rivers State from getting funds for projects, but he was still doing projects. My own question is, why will the PDP, what's different from what Nyesom Wike, or what his actions before, during, and after the elections? Where is the role of the opposition party? Oppositions play a huge role in strengthening governance, and it can never be leveled down to mutiny. It is part of the political structure of any democracy. So the question is this: how did Nyesom Wike do it? That they were calling him Mr. Projects. And why are you deciding, why is the PDP in Rivers State almost cowering to the APC to be able to survive, have peace, have tranquility, have projects, and have probably prosperity? What's the difference here? What am I missing here?
You are missing something. What you are missing is that you are mixing two variables. The first variable is that Nyesom Wike was elected governor of the PDP in an APC administration. That is one. Also, Similaye Fubara, the same way, is elected governor of the PDP in an APC administration, unfortunately. Now, the real variable you are missing is that you are mixing our support to the government with our support to our party. Our support to our party is a different thing with our support to a government. Constructive criticism is what the government requires. And we members of the PDP, we have a channel of interaction with the public. We have a national publicity secretary of the party. We have a state publicity secretary of the party. Whatever disagreement the party has with the federal government is addressed through our party. Whatever disagreement the party have in the state here is addressed to our party, but our party is in control here. When you talk about Mr. Project, Mr. This, anybody can come into Port Harcourt and see, yes, flyovers in Port Harcourt being done. But if you leave Port Harcourt and come to my community right now does not have a school. This were not what I'm supposed to be going to say because I'm a PDP man in a PDP administration. If I have I can send to you a compilation of what we see as stakeholders, that all the schools, 85% of the schools in Rivers State, both primary and secondary, are right now in a dilapidated state. I challenge you to come. Let us visit my local government, my communities, and you use your eye to see what was Mr. Project with the schools that are all dead, no desk, no house, no nothing. But we are a PDP. We have done that internally. Now is the time to expose all these hypes of Mr. Project, Mr. This. Come to Port Harcourt, use the flyover. When you come down from the flyover, drive to the communities, and you will ask yourself, what is this? We don't want to go there. But what we are trying to say now is that, oh, you betray your own party, go to the next party, you use us as a collateral to go, oh, Rivers State is my pocket. Rivers State is in nobody's pocket. I'm sure you are seeing the activities of the first few days. Our own is that you have finished your 8 years as governor. You have brought a governor. The governor is in office. Allow him to rule. You don't want the governor to rule. You want to continue with the state as a third term. You want to go and tell the president, I am in charge of Rivers. No, you don't have Rivers. If Tinubu will win election in 2027 in Rivers, it depends on what he is doing in Rivers. And that is why we are saying we are not trying to be seen as antagonists of the president. We are going to be seen as patriotic Nigerians who will give the president the support he wants to succeed. Those support are not enough to make him succeed or not to succeed. So what we say in our communique is that Mr. President, you have our support. Rule well. Do what you want in Rivers. We are members of the PDP. We still have where the channel we should oppose the government if they are not doing the thing right. I'm not a spokesman of the PDP, so you don't want to be seeing me every day on Arise TV saying, oh, the president is not doing this, the president is not doing this. We are trying to create a stable situation where both the president and the governor should do the right thing.
Fair enough. And seeing that the situation is now stable, where does Governor or former Governor Minister Wike, where does he stand in all of this?
He stands on the path of insulting all of us. He stands on the path of insulting our leader. Like I tell you the other day, Odili brought all of us together in 1999 and formed this political family that have ruled the state since 1999. There is nothing that have kept this state like that. It's like the way Asiwaju Tinubu brought the political family in Lagos that have ruled the state since 1999. Up to date, Odili and Tinubu are very good friends. They rule together as governors. The identical thing among the two leaders is why were they able to put this political family that have survived several governments? In the first instance, Tinubu was not lucky to have the federal government from the beginning. Odili was lucky to have the federal government on his side. But even when Odili does not have the federal government since 2015, his political family is still intact and working. That produced Nyesom Wike himself. But the problem here now is that because he is the governor, he don't want to be the master. That is the problem. You can't be the master. A master is a natural creation. Tinubu is a master of Lagos politics. Everybody is happy to work on that. Also, Odili is a master in river politics. We are all still, sometimes things become so wide that we forget where we are coming from. How can a governor, a former governor of Rivers State, we go to the air and refer to Odili as he built a cardiovascular hospital and named it after one man. And then Mrs. Odili, after achieving all she achieved in the Supreme Court as an epitome of law, then you call her one woman. We don't disrespect our elders. As you see me here, I will not disrespect any of my, even a younger one. We should have decorum. So these issues are trying to blow up the state. So he now, hold on. Run into the villa, River State, look, listen to me, just this point. Run into the villa, just this, River State in my pocket. If you check Nyesom Wike political percentage now, right now, he does not have up to 20% of Rivers politics. Boston 2027. No, we brought him. We brought him. I am here. I know how many bullets I survived. I know how many persecutions we survived just to survive a federal government that was desperate here. We brought him.
All right, Senator Maeba.
This state is
because
beyond one
for
man.
the brevity of time.
Yes. So don't accuse me because you were accusing me of modeling opposition. No.
I'm just only asking because
don't accuse me because I am real.
Okay, if you're trying to be real now, Senator Maeba, permit me to find out from you. Would you be joining Tonye Cole?
I'm not trying to be real. I'm real.
Okay, you are very real, sir. Point taken, sir. Would you be joining Tonye Cole and the APC to vote for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027, since stakeholders in the PDP have decided to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
I think you are mixing this point again, my brother. Listen to me. You've asked this question, and I've told you consistently that 2027 election is far away. Nigerians are suffering. People are looking for good governance. People want to eat the 2027. If you die now because of hardship, how will you vote in 2027? We are telling you that if Tinubu is going to win election in Rivers State and many other states, it depends on what he put on the table in those states. It depends on how the citizens of those states feel the government.
Well, Senator,
we have extended
our time. I know. I would really like for you to finish off, but unfortunately, you know how these things go. Our time is far exhausted. Thank you so much for this very lively discussion, and thank you for joining us here on Newsday.